Now for the voltage, how do you actually input the necessary parameters here so that you would be getting a sine function as a source or a sinusoid as a source? So we right click and then you press advanced. Okay, so let me do that again. Right click and then press advanced. Okay, so under your function here, can you see? So after the third option here is sine. Okay, so you press that na, or you choose that kanang option, and then out of all of the parameters here, what we will just be interested in having is just your amplitude and your frequency. So now the amplitude, guys, paki-check ko nga na be, tanawa sa procedure pila ang dapat iset. So there's a catch there, no? Tanawa daw pila ang dapat iset, guys.
Hello, sir.
The amplitude pila ang dapat iset? Ang naasa ko, naasa procedure, pila yung nakabutangan na?
8 volts.
Okay. So guys, now basahan ninyo, di ba? 8 volts peak to peak, no? Ang nakabutang. 8 volts P to P, di ba? So guys, ang amplitude ay ana, it's not 8 volts, no? It's only 4. Okay? Jimmy Zerna, pwede ma-record ni siya na part, sir, for reference. Okay. Sige, pwede ra. Okay. Basta nananghid mo na ako, So, pwede ka mo record so that I don't have to save it in my, ano? Are you allowed to record? Nasa settings inyo. Sige, ako na lang record, no, because I'm nice and I'm cool. Okay? Di ba? Di ba, Planos? Ganun mo naman kayay. Wala na. Hagbong na. Dugay kayo. Dugay gid kayo. Sige, ako i-record and then ako lang ano. Okay. Asang record ani? Okay. I'm recording this portion. I'm gonna start recording at this portion. Okay, so recording na ta. And then I will just be I will just be posting this recording in my Google Drive account. Okay, so that you can access it. So now again, right click ta sa voltage na to and then press advanced. Okay, so under advanced, press sine. So again, excuse me, the voltage that was instructed to be placed here is 8 volts peak to peak. Okay, so ang gipasabot ra ng peak to peak, guys, is ang kuano ayer ang gikuha ang total na range sa imong voltage. Okay, so mo na niingon siya 8 but actually it's only 4, no? Okay, ang ibutang ninyo nga ni it's 4 because when you say 8 volts peak to peak, that would just be 4 volts peak. Okay, that's just the amplitude of your sine wave. Okay, so that's 4. And for the frequency here, what is the required frequency? I'm guessing that's 500, no? Is it 500, Sophia?
Yes, sir. 500.
Okay, so yeah, that's the first trial. You would be needing a 500 hertz frequency. Okay, you press enter. So now we are ready to do our transient analysis. Okay, so when you press this, when you press run, of course it will be asking for the parameters, no? So what I would like you to do is to set this in the time to start saving is 2 milliseconds. Okay, so that is exactly 1 period after your or 1 period after your sine wave starts, diba? Okay, or your signal starts its kanang propagation. So the reason for this, in experiment number 6 manggod, okay, there is this sort of very unusual behavior, no, in the start of the simulation. So I'm still trying my best to find out ngano inana siya, but basically when we excite the circuit, the RC circuit, in the next experiment kay more na siya kanang slight na clipping, no, if you start from 0. Okay, or mas lower ang kanang amplitude sa imong kanang current when you start the during the start of your analysis, and you start saving at time is equals to 0. So I'm not sure why that is. I'm still trying to find out. Maybe I can explain it to you later on, or by next meeting. But for now, what I would like you to do is again to start your to start saving data at exactly 2 millisecond or after exactly 1 period, no. Para imong sinusoid is the start pa siya og kuan ba, og kanang tuyok or og kanang peak. Okay? And then for the stop time, you stop saving at exactly another 2 millisecond, no? So that will be 2 periods. Okay? So you stop saving at 6M. Okay? And then press OK. So now, padong magkuha na ta, no? Nag-start na ta sa itong transient analysis, and then simply take the measurements, no, that are needed. Okay, so for example, if I were to measure the voltage here, so yun. So as you can see, you have a 4 volts, a sine wave that has a magnitude or that has an amplitude of 4 volts, di ba? So unsa gaytong gi-explain nako in terms of phase angles, ang relationship sa phase angles with your voltage and your current. What did I say a while ago? Diba I said that they were in phase, no? That the voltage and the current across any resistor is said to be in phase, or they would peak at the same time. So when I would be pressing for the current here, so this is just a series connection, no? So the current is equal in all of your components. So for example, I were to measure the total current here. So as you can see, they would be peaking at the same time. Okay, so that is at exactly a fourth of your period. So it is about here, no? Yun. So about 0.5 millisecond. So dungan mag-peak imo ang current and voltage. Okay. Now, your voltage, take note that your current here is being measured in microamperes. So it's a very small current that is flowing through your resistor, no? So it's important to note that in the left side here, okay, so this graph or this range or this division shows your your voltage, while in the right side it shows your current. Okay, so this is the behavior of the voltage and the current when you have a purely resistive circuit. Okay, and also I have recently found out a technique, no, to measure the voltage, no. So I have seen one of the video lectures in YouTube, and I saw this one. So this technique is used to measure the voltage, no, across any element. So diba in the past in DC, what I told you to do is to simply place your nodes or your what they call this, your probe into 2 different nodes containing your component, and then subtract, diba? So actually there's a way to do that here automatically in LT Spice DI. So you do is you just simply, for example, we are trying to measure the sinusoidal voltage across R1. So what you do, press the first press this top node here, and then drag your cursor. Okay, so as you can see, our cursor is transparent. So you place this to the bottom node, okay, to the other side of the node of your component, and so you would be getting the voltage drop across your resistor R1. So as you can see, gamay kay siya, no? Because the voltage drop is directly proportional to your resistor. So much of the voltage drop that is being or there's a much larger voltage drop in R2 because it's a much larger resistor. Okay? So saan geto siya? So for example, kanino R1, press ka nga na, and then i-drag nimo without ka na releasing your left click. So left click ta, and then you place it in the other side of the node. And so you would be getting the voltage difference or the voltage across R1. Okay? So I think that's it. So do you have any questions, guys? None? Okay. So again, you start your let me just repeat, you start saving data in 2 millisecond and then stop saving data at exactly 6 millisecond after 2 periods. So let me just go back. Give me allowed, sir, but okay, so this was a previous chat. Okay, sorry. So let me just go back to my PowerPoint presentation here. So let me just explain now so again, the period here, guys, the period here is simply one complete cycle. No? So one complete up and down. So I've stressed this enough in the previous in the previous discussions. So one up and then one down is exactly one period. Okay, so this is one period of your sinusoid. So this is your capital T. So kanina, I told you to start saving here at this point after exactly one period. So your period di, this is equivalent to 1 over the frequency. So meaning, your frequency is 500, diba? So that's just 1 over 500. Or, to be precise, this is just 2 millisecond. Okay? I told you to start saving in this time because there is an unexplained reduction of amplitude within your the first cycle in your RC circuit or in your RC experiment later on. Okay, so you start saving at 2 millisecond and then stop saving at exactly 6 millisecond. So that is you are now recording 2 periods. Okay, 2 more periods in your analysis in LT-SPICE. So that's it. Do you have any questions, guys? Clarifications? Violent reactions? So none. So ang deadline, the deadline to this particular experiment or the final report at least is next Thursday. Okay, it's next Thursday. So this coming Tuesday, we will be having our last, or I will be discussing our last experiment. And again, the deadline for that last particular experiment is Friday. So mas shorter ang deadline sa kanang last na experiment na to this coming Tuesday. It's because finals na ta, di ba? Next week is finals week. Okay? So next week Tuesday we will be discussing your final experiment or the final experiment in which the deadline for the final report is in Friday next week. And also I will be discussing the coverage for the exam. Okay? So I guess that's it, guys. I'll just be posting the recording as well as maybe I can also post this PowerPoint presentation later on in the group. Okay. So I guess that's it, guys. Do you have any questions regarding the topic? So any kind of questions about the experiment or about the topic? Paspasa naka-unmute ni Planos eh.
Kala ko answer ba na nag-wonder ko sir ba kay di ba like sa tong law kay Faraday's law mo tingali to nga di ba sir ang magnet is maka-induce siya current kay maka-move siya electron sir. So
yeah.
Ang akong question sir ba is maka-produce pa tag energy sir if static ra ang magnet if di siya move gani if di siya rotate maka-produce tag electricity out of ana. Kay if maka-induce siya electricity why not kung ano lang siya kanang static na lang siya, di na lang siya move aron di siya mag-require og other source of energy para makalihok.
I think no. I think you would be needing to rotate your you would be needing to rotate your magnet in some region that has wires for you to be able to produce electromotive force. Otherwise, battery, electrochemical na force imo ang kuanon ana. So I don't think na or magnet na static ra siya. I'm not sure if na. I will not give you a definite answer no, but sa ako lang based to my knowledge, I think wala no na static ra siya na magnet. Okay?
Thank you sir, sir.
Okay, so any other questions? So kinsa pay si Planos no kay kanang nahadlo ko sa yung mga question no kay tungod na-inspire siguro siya tungod sa 5 ba. So let me go on record no. Kani nag-record na magita. Planos joke ra to ganina if giseryoso nimo hopefully maka-realize ka na si sir kay wa jud nay klaro usahay no.
So, diba ko sir?
Especially if wa siya lingaw. So Mr. Planos, let me go on record dili dito siya flat 5 diretso just because nakauna kag unmute. Okay? Anyways, other questions, guys? Other questions? None? So I think that's it, no? I think